So you gotta understand this. Shooting a basketball is both an art and a science. It's an art and a science. It's not one or the other. It's both. It's art because on some level it's not definable. It represents one's own idiosyncrasies. It's a way to express those idiosyncrasies, but it's scientific. It's necessarily scientific because it's a repetitive activity. Anything that's repetitive becomes scientific because it's a natural science, because the method of science is employed by default. The human brain starts to break things down with every repetition, and it sets up expectations. Sometimes those expectations are upset. Sometimes those expectations are confirmed. It's the same thing as hypothesizing about something. And you keep shooting, and you keep shooting, and you keep shooting. So you're constantly testing every hypothesis that you generate. And you generate so many erroneous hypotheses about shooting. And then you land on a few that are indeterminate. Whether they're valid or not, you can't clearly determine sometimes, because there's various factors at play. But every once in a while you land on a truth. And there's nothing like the ball swishing through the net to confirm a truth that you've discovered scientifically. The form of the shot is scientific, but it's also artistry, because there's so many different methods that can be employed. And over the course of your hypothesizing, you might be able to identify multiple various ways of releasing the ball, and you choose one, and you choose that one because it helps you to express yourself. And so that's why I say it's artistry, but it's also very scientific for the reasons I've stated. Shooting a basketball is the most natural thing that a human being can do. I mean, we're talking about thousands of years of human history. You know, basketball is not an invention of the late 19th century that's developed into a game that is 130 years old. No, basketball is an ancient sport, because basketball, the essence of basketball is putting something inside of something else. Putting something inside of something else. And that's something that humans have done for all of human history. So basketball has existed for that long. It's existed for the entirety of human history because men and women and children have always put things inside of other things. It's an ancestral skill. It's really, when you think about it, it employs the hunting instinct. Think about it. It's based on the human need to consume flesh to survive. The hunter in all of us. Whenever we shoot the basketball, we are satisfying that urge to launch something at a target. Maybe thousands of years ago, or hundreds of years ago, you were launching a projectile at an animal. Toward the end, that you would kill that animal so that you could consume its flesh and thereby survive to live another day. Think about that. That's the beauty of basketball that nobody understands. It's not idiotic to throw a sphere at a circle. It's not. It's deeply ingrained in us. And that's why I think it's satisfying. When you shoot and you see the ball fly through the air towards your target, toward the rim, and it goes in, and you hear the report of the net as the ball splashes through, swishes through. That rugged sound that sounds like somebody brushing a carpet or a rug, but there's a crispness to it and a shortness, a brevity to it. There's so much in shooting a basketball. It's not merely a sport. It's part of who we are as human beings, who we have always been.